Welcome everyone here to the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM. Here we're doing player profiles, of course, of the Footscray Women's Premier League team, of course, which is one of the teams we sponsor here on Smash FM. And of course, we've got a very special guest with us now. Of course, one of the Premier League players joining us now. Her name is Emma Robertson. She joins us right now. Thank you so much, Emma, for joining us.
No worries.
Emma, tell us when did you start playing hockey and why did you choose the sport?
I started playing when I was 10 years old in the good old under-11s mixed, and I've been playing it for about close on 14 years now, and got into the sport because my mum played it as a kid and brought us to a come and try day.
What would be some career highlights so far?
I don't think anything can really top a grand final win that happened a few years back. That was a pretty special moment, but since then I've been out for a while.
And tell us a bit about that grand final highlights.
I went to extra time after the siren, 2 lots of extra time golden goal, and one of our fullbacks actually stepped up and scored 2 goals to bring us, 1 goal to bring us the win in extra time.
Now tell us, obviously you play in the striker position. If you had a preferred position, what would that be?
I think it's got to always be the strike line, getting the goals. It's always the way to be.
Is there been one particular memorable goal that you got that scored throughout your career?
Not that I can really remember. I think I've taken some strokes as a very young junior player playing some seniors games back when I was one of the only ones doing it, when I was about 12 or 13. And those moments are probably some of the more special ones when you're playing seniors hockey as a kid.
Tell us a bit about your pathways to where you are now.
Basically, I started off through juniors hockey, played right up until under 17s, and obviously I started playing seniors hockey with my mum when she was playing, I think she was playing in the 2s or so, and I started playing with her when I was 12 or 13. Moved on up through the higher ranks and basically have been playing ever since.
And of course, how are you? I guess what's the best thing about playing hockey?
Friends, the social side of things, and keeping fit at the same time.
And what's your future ambitions in the sport, Emma?
For me, I'm coming back from quite a long-term injury, so for me it's just to make it through a season at the moment, injury-free, but basically I'd like to play at a higher level with my friends for as long as possible, till I'm an old duck. Would be good.
And tell us, you mentioned about the injury a couple of times in the profile so far. Tell us what injury did you sustain and how painful is it to not play?
The not playing part's been really hard for me over the past couple of years, but I basically tore some things up in my right knee, which took a lot of rehab to get back and get better. So now that it's back and better, this is my first season back since 2013.
And what would be your advice to our listeners out there who want to get involved, or even our viewers who are watching this? What would be your advice to them who want to get involved in the sport of hockey?
Definitely get down to your local club. A lot of them have come and try days. We're all really friendly people and always happy to make people feel welcome. You don't have to know how to play. You don't even have to know how to hold a stick. If you can run around and enjoy meeting people and having a good time coming down.
And I know this is a bit of a tricky question to ask you, but what does the sport of hockey mean to you?
I really play predominantly for the fitness and having all of my friends and having a social outlet. I'm not working, I'm not studying or anything like that. So when I come here, I can switch off from all of that sort of stuff and just have a really good time.
Now let's finish off with a couple of light-hearted questions. Do you have any embarrassing moments on the hockey field?
Embarrassing moments on the hockey field. Oh, look, I think it's always embarrassing when you have a swing and a miss when you're shooting for goals, but not anything really that would be any sort of funny story to tell. Just swings and misses predominantly.
Now let's get to know you a little bit more. Of course, outside of hockey, tell us who's your favourite footy team?
Favourite footy team? I'm more of a rugby league kind of girl. So
okay, let's go with rugby league.
I go for the Melbourne Storm. I'm there every weekend with a couple of the other girls that play here. But AFL, I go for Bombers, sort of.
Oh, that's all right. They're a pretty good team at the moment on that one. Do you have any hobbies yourself?
Or outside of hockey and work, I probably love a good brunch, catching up with friends. That's probably the main one for me.
And of course, I guess if you there was a favourite destination you would love to go back to, or you want to go to,
Yeah.
where would that be?
I would love to visit Turkey.
And why is that?
I have done a lot of research in it, and I just think it's an outstanding place to go. Looks pretty cool. I've got a couple of friends that have been there before.
Favourite colour?
That is a good one. Probably. I actually don't have a favourite colour, but I would probably say green.
Favourite food?
Oh, definitely like. I don't know. I love food. Probably Indian.
And if you weren't playing hockey, what other sport you would play?
I can't catch, kick, or throw, so I've only ever tried, other than hockey, tennis, and I've been average at that at best.
Fantastic. Well, Emma, thank you so much for joining us here on the Play Profiles here. The first one, of course, up for, and I know you are the teammates, so will be joining me throughout the night here. But thank you so much, Emma, for joining us.
That's fine.
Best of luck, and hopefully you can recover from your injury in no time.
No worries. Thank you.
No worries. We'll be back for more Play Profiles with the Premier League team here at Footscray after this. Welcome everyone here, the Smash Sport Show right here on Smash FM, and of course still out here at Footscray Hockey Club, of course doing play profiles of the Premier League team, which we sponsor here on Smash FM, and of course now we've got Georgia joining us right now, of course here in the player profiles here with the Women's Premier League team. Georgia, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Georgia, well, when did you start playing hockey, and why did you choose the sport?
I started when I was about 6 or 7, and I chose the sport because my best friend from kindergarten's family were very into it, and they got me into it.
And what would be some career highlights so far?
I've won about 11 grand finals, and I've gone junior career basically undefeated, most of it, which is good. I've managed to play with my friends the whole way through, which is also nice.
Has there been one particular grand final that really stands out to you the most?
Not really. Once you play in quite a few, they just sort of all blend, but they're all as good as each other.
And what's so special about being part of you here at Footscray?
All my friends are here. I've made so many friends, and just the atmosphere. Coming down to training, it's really good, and game day, love it.
And because obviously you play in the midfield striker position.
Yeah.
Do you have a preferred position?
I definitely prefer the striker. I like to get goals if I can. Doesn't happen very often, but I give it a shot.
And of course, being in the midfield and the striker position, have you got any goals that's I guess a favourite goal that you've scored?
No, not a favourite as to date, but hopefully one day.
And tell us, what's your future ambitions in the sport?
Just to get as high as I can. Obviously, I don't have that much ambition to play for Australia. Like, I don't think that's realistic, but just to get to top at Footscray would be nice.
And of course, what's so special about playing the sport of hockey?
It's a real community because it's such a small sport. Like in Victoria, you know everyone, and it's just really nice.
And of course, I'll ask you this question. How special was it to be picked in the, I guess, as part of the Footscray Women's Premier League squad?
Yeah, it's really nice. Like, it's good to feel part of the group. Everyone's really welcoming, and I think it just makes common hockey that extra bit special. Like, you know, you're up there with the top players. It makes you feel good.
Now you've been part of the Wildcats representative squad yourself. Tell us a bit about being part of the Wildcats squad.
Well, Wildcats is also another really nice way to play with your friends. Like, it's juniors, so we stick together and we join with other clubs around the area, which is nice. And it's just another great way to play hockey. More hockey is always good.
What would be your advice to our listeners out there wanting to get involved in the sport of hockey?
Definitely come down to Footscray Hockey Club. It's the place to come. We'll help you out. You'll make lots of new friends, and it's a really good sport to keep you fit and healthy. So come down.
And of course, on top of that, it's a bit of a tricky question I'm going to ask you, but what makes the sport of hockey mean to you?
Obviously a lot, but if I didn't play hockey, I feel like I wouldn't have as many friends as I do, and it's definitely a way to stay fit and healthy. Like, it's good. It's a good sport.
And of course, let's finish off with a couple of light-hearted questions.
Yeah.
Do you have any embarrassing moments on the hockey field?
No, not on the hockey field, no.
And tell us, describe the Footscray Hockey Club in a couple of words for us.
Fun, good community. I don't really know.
No, that's
English.
right.
I don't know, it's just a great club. Like, it's so enjoyable to come down to, and everyone's really welcoming and friendly. So friendly.
Now, and of course, I have to, now let's get to know you a little bit more. Do you have a favourite footy team?
Yeah, Essendon. Definitely the Bombers.
No, Essendon one I've got so far. That's 2 from 2 so far. And do you have a hobby, a favourite hobby that that you do?
Hockey. That's it. All I do is hockey, so no, nothing else.
Favourite food?
Anything really. I enjoy food.
Favourite destination?
Definitely New York. Been there once, which was really nice. I'd like to go back.
And I have to ask, why New York?
Oh, it's just a great city. It's so good.
If you didn't play hockey, is there another sport that you would play?
Probably it'd be basketball because Mum was a basketballer, or dancing. I'm sure we would have kept going with that.
And obviously, and also for everyone out there, no idea what your position on midfield and striker entails. What those those ones entitle?
Well, strikers is basically trying to get the goals for the team so you win, and midfield's more of it's that middle role, so it's not a defender, it's not an attacker, but you're trying to feed the ball to the attackers and you're trying to get the ball from the defence.
Thank you so much, Georgia, for
That's
joining
right.
us here on the Play Profiles here on the Smash Sports Show here from Footscray. And best of luck for the rest of the season. Of course, I know the team's doing pretty well at the moment, and I'm sure you can keep going on that winning streak and climb up that ladder and make finals in season 2015.
Yeah, hopefully. Thank you for having me.
No worries. We've got more after this with the Women's Premier League team right after this. Yes, welcome everyone here to the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM. Continuing our play profiles here on the Footscray Hockey Club Women's Premier League team, which has been sponsored by Smash FM. And of course, we've got Lisa here joining us right now from the team right now. Thank you so much for joining us.
No worries.
Alicia, tell us a bit about how you got involved in the sport of hockey and why did you choose the sport?
I started hockey when I was about 13. I originally was playing athletics and netball, and then I wanted to play more team sport and a bit more running than what was involved with netball. So Yeah, that's how I got into it, through a family friend who was at athletics with me. So yeah, she got me into it.
And what would be some career highlights so far?
I suppose playing in the top league from such a young age, like from probably under 15s or so, I was playing in the top league, so I suppose that was a career highlight for me. I didn't really try out for any Wildcats or regional or state teams or anything like that. I suppose I was just busy with studying at the same time.
And what's so special about being part of the Footscray Hockey Club?
It's just a really good team atmosphere. It's really good culture amongst all the girls. And when I first started playing seniors, it was really good culture with the older women who really supported us coming through.
And also, what's your future ambitions in this sport?
I suppose I just play it for enjoyment. I'm still studying at the moment, so no real future ambitions, just to keep on playing for as long as possible.
And also, I know you play in the defender position at the moment. Do you have a preferred position that you would rather play?
When I first started, I studied inside, so I suppose that was because of my athletic background, so it's a lot of running involved. And then I was moved into the back line when I started in seniors. And then, yeah, I've played in a more central backline role for the last couple of years, but then I've actually been playing in centre half, so I'm moving up the field again.
And how special is it to be part of this Women's Premier League team?
Well, I suppose it's just a good culture to be a part of and to really push ourselves in the league.
What would be your advice to our listeners out there who want to get involved in the sport of hockey?
I think it's just really good to get involved in sport and just keep your fitness up so that you can just enjoy life. I don't know, I just see it as a key part of my life, sport.
Let's finish off with a couple of light-hearted questions now. Tell us, do you have any embarrassing moments on the hockey field?
Embarrassing moments. No, not really. I suppose just injuries, really, which is not really that embarrassing.
And I guess describe the team in a couple words for us.
There's some funny girls, so I suppose we're a funny team. Light-hearted and just really friendly and supportive of each other.
Now let's get to know you a little bit more. Now, do you have a favourite footy team?
I was really into football when I was younger, so Western Bulldogs were my favourite. But in the past couple of years, I haven't really followed their action.
And I guess if you didn't play hockey, is there another sport that you would play?
As I mentioned previously, I did athletics and netball when I was younger. So I suppose that I'm not really into individual sports. I'm into more team sports. And netball, it was just a shorter game compared to hockey. So I'd say no.
And a favourite food?
It's a hard one. I like food altogether. Suppose just savoury food in general.
Favourite destination?
Ooh, I haven't been there yet. Well, somewhere that I have been, my favourite destination is Morocco, but somewhere that I aspire to go to is the Galapagos Islands.
And why that destination?
I travelled around Central and South America last year or the year before, and I was really close to there, but didn't get the chance to go. And yeah, it's just they have amazing wildlife, and yeah, I suppose that's why.
And a bit of a tricky question for you. But what does the sport of hockey mean to you?
Enjoyment and just a stress-free environment away from the other stress elements in my life.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Best of luck for the rest of this season. I know Footscray's doing pretty well at the moment in the Women's Premier League, and let's hope you continue that way, and because hopefully making it all the way to the finals and hopefully winning it all.
Thank you.
No worries, we'll be back right after this. Welcome everyone back here, of course, here on the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM. Continuing our segment with the Footscray Women's Premier League team, of course, sponsored by Smash FM. And of course, we've got another special guest joining us right now. Her name is Emma, and she joins us right now. Thanks so much for joining us.
No worries. Thanks.
Tell us, when did you start playing hockey, and why did you choose the sport?
I first got involved in hockey. I'm not exactly sure how old I was, but I was about in grade 3, and they just had to come and try day at my primary school in Hamilton, and I just really enjoyed it. It was something a bit different, and I kept going with it. So I played netball and basketball, and then had to choose, and hockey was something I enjoyed a bit more than the other two, so I stuck with it.
Tell us some career highlights so far.
I think I've got a couple, but a local team that I play with in Geelong, we won 10 premierships in a row, and so I started playing in that team when I was 13. So that was pretty special. And then a couple of years ago, I was lucky enough to get selected to go to Singapore and Malaysia with the Australia country women's side. So that was pretty special, and yeah, definitely a career highlight.
Tell us about that journey with the Australian country senior side.
Well, it was just a trip in school holidays. Actually, I got the places wrong. We went to Singapore and Hong Kong. I coached in Malaysia once. And we just played lots of different games against club teams, and then we had the opportunity to play against the Hong Kong national side. So that was really good, tough competition. Definitely the weather was difficult to play in.
Yeah.
But yeah, some really high level stuff, and obviously you get to do all the cultural experiences that come along with that too, so that was really good.
And of course, you represent the Vic country team as well, in a couple, of course, in your junior and senior time in hockey. Tell us about those two.
Because I live in Geelong, I was eligible to be selected as part of the Victoria countryside. So just, the normal trial process, and then through the senior women's side, it's a country weekend is a tournament that's held on the Queen's birthday weekend every year, and so then they select the sides from the nominees from there. So yeah, just something I put my hand up for, and then was lucky enough to get selected.
Now, you play in the midfield position for the Premier League team. Do you have a preferred position that you would rather play?
No, the midfield's pretty good. I'm happy there. So, it's both attacking and defensive. So that's really good where you get to do a bit of both.
And what's so special about being part of the Footscray Hockey Club?
I really like Footscray. I obviously like the competitive high level that we get to play. I've made some really good friends here, so I've only been here for 2.5 years. My boyfriend plays in the men's side, so that's really good that I'm able to watch and support him too. But I just think it's a really nice atmosphere, and it's nice to be part of something that's competitive and strong, and I really like that.
And do you have any future ambitions in the sport?
I think I'd like to, play in the Premier League for as long as I can, but, just like to play hockey and continue to have sort of that good social environment as well as a competitive sport.
Now, you mentioned just before that, of course, you did play down at Geelong,
Yeah.
and obviously now you're here at Footscray. Just compare, I guess, a bit of a tricky question, but to compare, I guess the difference between Geelong and Footscray hockey.
Look, I think realistically both associations are trying to achieve the same thing, where they make their teams as strong as they possibly can, and they're looking to have a good board and stuff behind them as well. And I definitely see the similarities in that they're both sort of community minded and really big on that family club and making sure everything's really welcoming. I guess the main difference is sort of the levels that their club, their teams are able to play at. So Footscray's obviously got the Premier League side, and then Geelong's got the Vic League One sides working towards Premier League.
And I guess, what does the sport of hockey mean to you?
Hockey is something that my family plays, so my brother and I both play. My dad got involved because we played, and obviously, like I said before, my boyfriend plays here, so it's
you know, it's something really good that we can do as a family, and then his family are also involved in hockey, so it's just sort of making those connections that you can keep. You know, a few weeks ago I went to a friend's wedding, and she was someone I went to Adelaide with when we did under 14 Vic Country, so it's just something that, you know, you get to keep those friends for a lifetime. That's really special.
And of course, what would be your advice to our listeners or even our viewers watching this who want to get involved in the sport of hockey?
I think it's just one of those things that, you know, you can be really apprehensive when you're going to try something new for the first time, but if you don't try it, you're not going to know what it's like, and it may or it may not be for you, but the only way you're going to know is if you get out there and have a go.
And also, let's finish off with a couple of light-hearted questions. Any embarrassing moments on the hockey field?
No, touch wood. I'm really fortunate. I haven't had anything. No, so that's a good thing for me.
And of course, let's get to know you a little bit more.
Yeah.
Do you have a favourite footy team?
Geelong Cats.
And favourite food?
I've got to say anything Mexican, so nachos, tacos. Yeah.
Favourite destination?
Anywhere, well, at the minute, appropriate anywhere sunny. But I really like Malaysia. That's pretty nice over there.
Any part of Malaysia in particular?
Penang.
Oh, well, there you go. Been there before. Good pluck a couple of times. Now tell us, if you did play hockey, what sport would you be playing?
I don't know. That's really tricky because hockey occupies a lot of my time. No, maybe I'd be still back in netball or something, or maybe something a little bit different. I don't know, could be really good at badminton or something. Never know.
Do you have a hobby outside of hockey?
Do I have a hobby? Yeah, I'd like to say I've got a few. So, you know, I just like the normal things that everyone else likes, catching up with their friends. As you get older and work happens, you don't get a lot of time for that. So sort of now it's just making time to catch up with my friends and see what they're doing.
Of course, Ben, of course, in the midfield role yourself. I guess, what's the best thing about playing in that position?
You do get to see a lot of the ball, so you seem to always be involved in the play. Obviously, you know, if it's up forward, you're there supporting, and if it's down in our defence, you need to come back and assist out there. So, you know, it just means that you're always involved. You should always be involved, I guess our coach would say, but, you know, you're sort of always there near the ball, so that's something that keeps your mind going and keeps you involved.
Well, Emma, thank you so much for joining us here on the play profiles of the Footscray Women's Premier League team. Best of luck for the rest of the season, and let's hope the Footscray team can go all the way to a premiership, or even, of course, making the finals first, and then obviously, hopefully, go and win the premiership.
Yeah, great. Thank you very much for having me.
No worries. We'll be back right after this. Some more Premier League players right after this. Yes, welcome everyone here to the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM. Still here at the Footscray Hockey Club, talking about the Women's Premier League team, of course, sponsored by Smash FM. And of course, we've got another special guest here, of course, from the Women's Premier League team here joining us. Thank you so much for joining us. Firstly, introduce yourself, and firstly, how you got involved in the sport of hockey.
My name's Jenna, and I've been playing hockey since I was about 8 or 9 years old. And I started playing hockey through the primary school that I went to in Ireland.
And what's so special about playing the sport of hockey?
The competitiveness, the physical aspect, the strength involved, and the skill involved in the ball.
Now, what position do you play on the field? If you had a preferred position, what would that be?
I initially started playing when I was learning to play hockey. I started in forward line, moved to the midfield line. I've moved to the half line since moving to Australia, and since coming to Footscray, I've been playing back in the forward line. So I don't really have a preference. Yeah, I don't have a preference. Maybe the left-hand side of the field is my preference.
Bit of an all-rounder, by the sounds of it. What will be some career highlights so far?
Of hockey?
Yes, of hockey.
Playing in a number of different countries, maybe. So I played in Ireland, Northern Ireland, Scotland, and Australia.
And of course, coming here to Australia, what sort of things have you, I guess, seen different to what you're used to back home in Ireland, in Ireland in particular?
The names of positions really threw me when I first came here. So we would just call it forward line, midfield line, back line, whereas in Australia they call them inners and halves.
Yeah.
So that was very confusing for me when I first got here, even though it's very easy to transition between the two. I find it very confusing.
What convinced you to come to Footscray?
I was playing for another club in Melbourne. They got relegated, and I decided to make the move to Footscray. And other than that, I also worked locally to Footscray, so it made sense.
Fair enough. And of course, how you finding it being here at Footscray?
Yeah, it's good. Girls are nice, friendly. Seems welcoming. It's been fun.
What's your future ambitions or goals in this sport?
To play until I'm old.
And what would be your advice to our listeners out there, or our viewers out there who are interested in playing hockey?
Just pick up the stick and come along. There's not much to it. It's an easy sport to pick up. The more you practice, the more you'll get better. So if you want to give it a go, come and give it a go.
Now, a bit of a tricky question to ask you, but what does the sport of hockey mean to you?
I don't find that a tricky question at all, actually. That's probably my biggest passion in my life at the minute. And I'll always prioritise coming to hockey. I obviously moved to Australia for a reason.
Yep.
That reason was career, but on a better lifestyle, better way of life. So I've kind of always said to myself that if my job impacts on my hockey, despite me not being a professional hockey player, that it's not the right job for me.
Okay.
So for me, it's self-care, it's fun, it's social, it's all those things.
Now, let's finish up with a couple of light-hearted questions now. Any embarrassing moments on the hockey field?
Probably plenty. No, not bad. Not that I can think of. Sorry.
No, that's all right. Now, get to know you a little bit more. Favorite food?
Oh. Maybe some form of traditional Irish stew.
And favorite destination?
Oh. Maybe New Zealand or Fiji or New Zealand.
Can I ask why New Zealand?
It reminds me of home. I think it's beautiful. Lots of greenery. The two islands are very different. Lots of mountains. Obviously, I've come from the UK, which gets snow and there's mountains and it's lovely. And that's what New Zealand was like when I was there.
And of course, being here in Melbourne, I'm guessing this feels a little bit like home as well, back in Ireland.
Sure. It's very different,
Okay.
but the people are very, very friendly, and that would be very similar to the Irish culture. Like everybody's welcoming, and willing to help, willing to, if you ask questions, help you find what you need. So in that aspect, it's very like home.
And if you didn't play hockey, is there another sport that you would play?
I used to play competitive netball, so I guess I'd play that. But I would be more, if I didn't play hockey, I'd be more inclined to be athletics again. So I haven't done that since I was younger, but that's probably what it would be.
Yes, well, thank you so much for joining us here, and best of luck for the rest of the season. Let's hope the Footscray Hockey Club, especially the Women's Premier League team, can go all the way to a championship at the end of the season end.
Brilliant, thank you.
No worries, we'll be back after this. Welcome everyone here to the Smash Sport Show right here on Smash FM. Continuing our segment here with the Footscray Women's Premier League team, sponsored by Smash FM. And of course, now we've got another special guest here joining us right now. Of course, her name is Bethany, and she joins us right now. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Now, of course, our listeners will know, of course, we had you on the show last time. Firstly, but tell us, just quickly recap to us, when did you start playing hockey and why did you choose the sport?
I started playing hockey when I was 6 or 7 years old here at Footscray. I started playing because my dad played when he was younger and he grew up at the club. He went through the ranks just like I have been doing. My auntie also played hockey for South Australia, so that sort of pushed me in this sort of direction.
And of course, what would be some career highlights so far?
Career highlights would be just recently making the Australian Future Squad. Making the under-18s state squad. Just my state tournaments would probably be my highlight.
Now, tell us about your recent 18s, of course, state squad, of course, that just came back from a couple of weeks ago. Tell us a bit about the journey in the nationals.
So like when I was at nationals.
Yeah, correct.
So it was a week and a half tournament. It was a bit of an emotional roller coaster. Of course, playing hockey every day, it's very draining. But it was one of the best tournaments I've had. We came out better than we have previously with second place. It was just a lot of fun to play with the girls. Considering we trained together 8 weeks leading up to the tournament, it was good to finally get there and show the country what we got.
Now, you play in the striker position. Do you have a preferred position other than striker?
Midfield. I also play midfield. On the weekend, I played predominantly midfield. Like that.
What's so special about being part of the Footscray Hockey Club?
The one thing I like about Footscray is, like obviously I said I played since I was 7, and the girls, we've all played together throughout the years. And just the atmosphere here, we're just one big family, and everyone's included, and it's just a really good club to be around.
How special is it to be involved in the Premier League team?
The Premier League team, they're a great bunch of girls. They're always in for a laugh, but when it comes to it, they're always there, willing to help on the field, off the field, anything you need, they're all there for you. So it's a great squad to be a part of.
Now, of course, because you've been involved in a lot of representing teams yourself throughout your time in hockey, but I guess going forward from that, what's your future goals or ambitions in the sport?
Obviously, everyone's ambition is to play for Australia, so that's what I'm sort of pushing for throughout the next couple of years.
And what does the sport of hockey mean to you?
Hockey, I've always grown up with hockey, so hockey's been a big part of my life. It means a lot to me to succeed and do well. As I said, push for Australia. That's what. I don't know how to answer that question.
No, you did very well in answering that question. Now, I guess what would be your advice for our listeners out there who want to get involved in the sport of hockey?
My advice would be just to give it a go. We've got lots of programs here at Footscray, the Hook into Hockey, the Minky program for the younger players, or even the older players. We've got lots of metro teams to just give it a go. It's a really good sport to play. Give it a go.
Now, let's finish off with a couple of light-hearted questions. Any embarrassing moments on the hockey field?
Probably most embarrassing was when I got my teeth knocked out. That was a few years ago. One of my own teammates deflected it up into my face. Bled everywhere. That was pretty embarrassing. Ended up without front teeth, so.
Ouch, doesn't sound too good. Now, I guess let's get to know you a little bit more. Do you have a favourite footy team?
The Western Bulldogs. My great-grandfather played for the Western Bulldogs and the Kangaroos. I've been going to the footy with my nan since I was 3, so Bulldogs through and through.
Favourite food?
I like a lot of food. I ate a lot of food. I couldn't narrow it down to just one.
Favourite destination?
Destination. Probably Bustleton in Western Australia. I went there for a hockey tournament, and it's beautiful.
And of course, if you didn't play hockey, what sport would you be playing?
I I used to be a netballer and a tennis player, so probably one of those. Had to give up then to play hockey, but yeah, probably one of those I would have pursued.
And of course, I guess describe the team in a couple words for us.
The Premier League team.
The Premier League team.
Joyful. They're very joyful to be around. Very intense. Very in the zone on game day. Yeah, that's it. Let's get that question out.
No, you done well on that one. Now, and also, of course, how special was it to play alongside a couple of your teammates in the Premier League team at this in the recent under 18 nationals?
I think there was 4 of us in the team from Footscray in the under 18s team, and I think that really helped us out because we all know our each other's style of play, so it really helped with linking up and because I think there was one of us in each line, so it really helped to work it up the line.
Thank you so much for joining us, Bethany. Best of luck for the rest of the season. Hopefully Footscray can continue that charge up that ladder at the moment. Looking pretty good at the moment, and let's hope you can go all the way to make the finals and then all the way to win the championship.
Yeah, let's hope. Thank you very much.
No worries, that's Bethany there. Join us. We'll be back with more Women's Premier League team right after this. Welcome everyone here to the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM. Here from Footscray, who was talking about the Women's Premier League team, doing a bit of play profile on the team, of course, which we sponsor the Women's Premier League team. Of course, we've got Amy Scott here joining us right now here in the play profile. Thank you so much.
No worries.
Amy, tell us, when did you start playing hockey and why did you choose the sport?
I started when I was about 7 years old. My next door neighbours play hockey, and one day they were playing out the front, so I kind of just joined in. And then I went to the local club, and that's pretty much how I got into it. Yeah.
Any career highlights?
Not really. Nothing really major. Just a few regional teams, a few big teams. That's about it.
Tell us about your representative times, because of course you've been involved, as you mentioned, the Vic team as well as being the Wildcats team.
Yeah. So I played a few years. I think like 13s, 15s, 16s, 18s. They were pretty fun, the tournaments actually, but I haven't really tried out for any more teams recently, just due to injuries and uni and stuff like that. So they were pretty good when I played them.
Now, of course, tell us, you play in the fullback position. Probably, I must say, one of my very favourite positions. Of course, it's probably one of the toughest positions too on the field. If you had a preferred position, what would that be?
Striker, forward. I love to play forward. Every now and then I get a few minutes up forward and it's the best. It's complete opposite, but it's good. It's fun.
Now, of course, what's so special about being part of the Footscray Hockey Club?
They're just a great family club, and I think everyone just gets along so well, and it's just good to be a part of, and you like grow up with the same people, so you make like friends for life. So it's a really good place to play and see friends. It's really good.
Of course, Footscray is not the only club you've been involved in. Of course, you've been involved in the other Premier League team in the competition, Essendon. Tell us about, I guess what's so special. Oh, sorry, tell us about the difference about being here at Footscray than when you were back at Essendon.
Well, first off, I wasn't in the Premier League team at Essendon. It was just a junior competition I played there, but just clarifying. But Essendon was just, I only moved from Essendon because it didn't have a really strong girls team in juniors at the time, but I was quite young and I think I just moved because a lot of my friends played at Footscray, so I don't really have any major differences or anything because I wasn't there for that long, but yeah, I only moved because of friends pretty much, so yeah.
That's a very good reason.
Yeah.
Now, what's your future ambitions in the sport?
Well, I'm not going to play for Australia. We'll knock that out. But I don't know. I really want to go to college in America and play in America. So that's probably my goal for now, to just go in there and play college hockey. But yeah, hopefully one day that'll happen. But we'll see.
Now, of course, what would be your advice to our listeners out there who want to get involved in sport of hockey?
Definitely get involved. I think it's a great sport to meet friends and have fun and to keep active and healthy. But I really recommend it. It's easy to learn. Once you learn it, you pick up things quickly and you make lots of friends and it's fun. So yeah.
And of course, on top of that, what does the sport of hockey mean to you?
Oh. I don't know. Just means, I don't know, friendship? Is that an answer?
Yeah.
Can that be an answer?
Yeah, that can be an answer.
I don't know.
Absolutely. Now, of course, let's finish off with a couple of light-hearted questions now.
Okay.
Any embarrassing moments on the hockey field?
Probably getting hit in the face a lot of times and having to get sent off the field. It's embarrassing when you get a big smack in the face and have to walk off. Yeah, probably.
Well, let's hope that doesn't happen again to you
Yeah.
anytime soon.
Yeah, no.
Now, tell us, of course, let's get to know you a bit more. Do you have a favourite footy team?
Yep, Gold Coast Suns. I'm a Gold Coast Suns supporter.
And favourite food?
Probably tacos.
Another taco one.
Oh, really?
In the team? No, you're not the only one. Now, favourite destination?
America. Does that count as a destination?
Yeah, any part of America in particular?
Oh, New York. New York was amazing. New York's my favourite place ever.
It's everyone's favourite place.
Really?
Well, when they chose US, but
Yeah.
And because if you didn't play the sport of hockey, is there another sport that you would be playing?
I grew up doing athletics as well, so it'd probably be athletics just because I have a little bit of knowledge about it. But yeah, probably athletics, I think.
And what's the best thing about playing the sport of hockey?
It keeps you fit and healthy, and it's, I don't know, it's fun. Fun and keeps you fit. There you go.
Amy, thank you so much for
That's
joining
okay.
us here. Of course, best of luck for the rest of the season. We're looking forward to hopefully see Footscray in the finals.
Yes.
And hopefully go away and win it all, of course, at the end of the season.
Awesome. Thank you.
No worries. That's Amy Scott there joining us from the Footscray Hockey Club. We'll be back with more Women's Premier League team after this. Welcome everyone here to the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM. Continue our segment with the Women's Premier League team at Footscray, of course, and sponsored by Smash FM, of course. Now we've got Hayley here joining us right now in the Play Profile chair. Thank you so much for joining us. Tell us, when did you start playing hockey and why did you choose the sport?
I started playing when I was 4 years old, and that's because my whole family played. Dad, my uncle, my mum. I just grew up playing, I suppose. Thing to do.
Any career highlights?
Well, I was never one of those like state players, but I did captain the under-17 girls, and I don't know, a few best and fairest, but that's about it. Oh, and I won junior girls champ for that last year.
Now, of course, you play in the striker role
Yes.
at the moment. If you had a preferred position, what would that be?
Well, I can play most, so I don't really have a preferred, but I do like going back sometimes, like centre half, but usually striker. That's where I've trained the most.
Has there been some best goals that you scored?
The one a few weeks ago, my best friend Georgia, she slapped it in and I deflected it the top at the spot, and yeah, it was a bit surprised, like, go on those. But yeah.
And what's your future ambitions in the sport?
I just want to keep playing, like, maybe until vets when I'm a bit older, like most of my family done, and hopefully with the same girls when they get older too, that we're all still playing.
What's so special about being part of the Footscray Hockey Club?
Well, I've been here since birth, so it's more of the family atmosphere. Everyone knows each other and stuff like that. Some new people, but yeah, it's just pretty much family. Yeah.
And what does the sport of hockey mean to you?
I don't know, it's just something that I can't give up. It's something fun, yeah, social, a team sport. I think I like that atmosphere the most compared to your individual sports.
And what's so special about being part of this Premier League team?
I think that we've developed a lot throughout the years, and I think that this year is the year that we've really peaked, and hopefully we keep going.
And because what would be your advice to our listeners out there and all our viewers out there who want to play the sport of hockey?
Anyone can play it, even if you're fresh or you've played a few years ago. It's an easy sport to all get involved, and it's like team environment, and it's very like socially accepting. Yeah.
Now let's finish off with a couple light-hearted questions. Any embarrassing moments on the hockey field?
I'm the one to fall over, so falling over all the time is the one. Yeah. Yeah, that's better.
And who's your favourite AFL team?
The Bulldogs, unfortunately, at the moment.
Oh, they're going all right. You're better than my team at the moment. Now, favourite food?
I would say chicken and noodles or ice cream. Probably actually not ice cream.
Favourite flavour ice cream?
Cookies and cream,
Ooh.
definitely.
Favourite destination?
Vietnam. It's one that I like. I've been to, or only overseas place I've been to, but yeah, one of my favourite. Plus, I love Vietnamese food, so yeah.
And if you didn't play the sport of hockey, is there another sport that you would be playing?
I've tried so many. I had to give gymnastics up because of my Achilles when I was playing hockey, but yeah, probably be doing gymnastics right now. Maybe not. Yeah.
And what's the best thing about playing hockey?
Best thing. Knowing that it'll be here each week and that you get to see your friends and play with your friends.
But Haley, thank you so much for joining us on the Play Profile, and best of luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you for that.
And let's hope the Footscray Hockey Women's Premier League team can go all the way and firstly make the finals, and then secondly go all the way and win the championship.
One day. Should be.
And that's Haley. They're joining us here on the Play Profile here of the Women's Premier League team. We'll be back with more after this. Welcome everyone here to the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM. Continuing our segment here with the Footscray Women's Premier League team, of course, sponsored by Smash FM. And of course, well, we've seen this person next to me many times on Smash FM in the last couple of years, of course. And her name is Georgia. She joins us right now. Thanks so much, Georgia.
No worries, thanks for having me.
Tell us, when did you start playing hockey and why did you choose the sport?
I first started playing hockey when I was 4 years old, and well, my mum and dad actually met at the hockey club, so my brother and my sister both played, so I guess I had no other choice but to play. Yeah.
And what would be some career highlights so far?
Well, just recently I've been named in the under 21 state team, and then been named as part of the Victorian, no, not the Victorian Futures, the Australian Futures squad lately. So yeah, it's been a busy couple of weeks, but yeah, been pretty good.
Now, you play in the half-back line because for Footscray, if you had a preferred position, what would that be?
Yeah, I'm currently playing centre half, which I quite like the challenge at the moment, but I think that if I had my choice, I'd probably be up in the forward line scoring some goals.
Now, you've been captain in a couple of representative teams. Is there one, I guess, more best year? Of course, with you being captain of any of those representative teams that really stands out to you the most?
No, I think every team has their good things to remember them for, and every tournament is different in a different way, I think. But probably, I can't put it down to one. Probably the most recent tournament under 18s where I wasn't captain, but yeah, I think that was definitely the standout tournament for me so far.
And what's so special about being part of the Footscray Hockey Club?
Footscray Hockey Club, well, I think it's just a great atmosphere down at the club. It's a really good family environment, so it's a really good place, make lots of friends and just be involved in sport. I guess it's such a good thing and keeps us fit and gives us something to enjoy, a break away from school, which is pretty good at the moment.
And what's your future ambitions in the sport, Georgia?
Future ambitions, probably, just to be, to keep loving the sport mainly, and just seeing how far I guess it can take me with all the trainings and just doing my best, playing good hockey, and yeah, playing for Footscray Premier League a bit more, I think.
What's so special about being part of this squad?
There's just a great bunch of girls, really, and I'm really liking coaching at the moment. Well, not at the moment, but really enjoying the coaching all the way through. Yeah, it's just good to have some good girls that support you, whether you win, lose, or draw. So yeah, it's been a pretty good season so far. Yeah.
And what would be your advice to our listeners out there want to get involved in the sport of hockey?
Basically, just get involved, because it doesn't matter what any skill level that you are. If you can't run or you can run, like, it doesn't really matter. Hockey's a game for everyone, and just keep practicing, because practice makes perfect. So yeah, just keep practicing, I guess.
And what does the sport of hockey mean to you?
Well, hockey, it's been a big part of my life. Basically all of my life, really. But for me, just being a sport that all my family plays, it's just a great way to stay connected to my family. And I've met some I'm only 17, but some friends that I'm going to have for a while, hopefully. So, for me, it's just been a really good atmosphere, just, play some good hockey with some good friends, yeah.
And of course, let's finish off with a couple of light-hearted questions. Any embarrassing moments on the hockey field?
No, not that I can remember, no.
And let's get to know you a little bit more, Georgia. Do you have a favourite footy team?
Yes, the Western Bulldogs.
Another one. Seems like the whole team goes for the Western Bulldogs so far. Now, favourite food?
Chocolate, definitely.
Oh, that's my favourite too. We both share something in common there. Favourite destination?
Probably Venice. Yeah.
Why Venice?
Well, we went on a European vacation a few years ago, and I don't know, it was just really pretty with the water and everything. Yeah.
Now, if you didn't play the sport of hockey, what sport would you be playing?
Definitely not netball. My mum thinks that's too girly. So I think I'd probably. I don't know. I probably wouldn't be playing sport really.
And what's the best thing about playing hockey?
Probably the friends that you get out of it. I know I said a lot about my friends, so yeah, that's a big standout for me, really.
Well, Georgia, thank you so much for joining us, and best of luck for the rest of the season. We're looking forward to hopefully see Footscray make the finals and hopefully go all the way and win the premiership.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
No worries. That's Georgia Hopkins there, of course, joining us. We'll be back right after this. Welcome everyone here to the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM. Continue here with the Footscray Hockey Club here, the Women's Premier League team. Of course, doing the player profiles here, of course, which we sponsor. And of course, we've got Gabby here joining us now from the Women's Premier League team joining us right now. Thanks so much for joining us, Gabby.
No worries, yeah.
Tell us, when did you start playing hockey and why did you choose the sport?
I was actually in year 7 and I signed up for netball with all my friends, and hockey didn't have players, so I said, no worries, I'll go over, and just kind of happened, and I just got into it and straight away loved it and kept playing.
Any career highlights?
Well, my first, I guess, ones game would have been State League back then. First game, got a goal, so that was pretty exciting, yeah.
And of course, you play in the striker position. If you had a preferred position, what would that be?
I've always kind of liked myself as an inner, but yeah, forward's still really, really fun. I enjoy it a lot, yeah.
And what's the best thing about being part of your Footscray Hockey Club?
I think just the whole atmosphere. I mean, we have so much fun down at training. I mean, we probably see each other more than anyone else, apart from family. And yeah, just it's great just to see everyone every 3 times a week, and yeah, it's just really great fun.
And of course, what's your future ambitions in the sport?
Oh, I don't know. Just keep playing in Premier League and just kind of get better and better every year. Yeah.
And what does the sport of hockey mean to you?
It means quite a lot actually. I actually do it for both work and obviously socially. I coach at schools and train to be a PE teacher, so I'm sure that'll come in handy. So yeah, it's pretty important.
And of course, what would be your advice to our listeners out there wanting to get involved in the sport of hockey?
Just go for it. I mean, there are so many clubs out there and so many social aspects that you'll just have so much fun, even if you're not any good at it or even if you haven't played before. it's just go down there and have a crack. I mean, everyone's so lovely, whichever club you go to. And I mean, any level you play at, you'll always be accepted and you'll have fun every week.
And of course, I have to ask this question. And what's so special about being part of the Women's Premier League team here at Footscray?
I just insist that you're playing at the highest level that in the club, and everyone kind of gets around you and comes to games and everything. I think it's kind of pretty special, and yeah, it's just really fun to be a part of.
Now, let's finish off with a couple of light-hearted questions now. Any embarrassing moments on the hockey field?
Oh God, many. I'm sure doing a fresh air is always pretty embarrassing, but I've kicked my stick before and accidentally and just gone flying. But yeah, pretty much just got that kind of thing.
Being a striker, I'm guessing there will be some best goals that you scored. Is there been any? Is there one particular one that stands out to you the most?
There is actually. There's one that I've always loved, and it was starting off the game, and I just ran straight forward, and the centre forward just passed me the ball straight up to the circle. I just took on a couple of players and just had a shot, and it was just awesome. It was the first couple of seconds of the game, so I'll always remember that one.
And because let's get to know you a little bit more. Do you have a favourite footy team?
Yes, the Western Bulldogs. Best team.
Another one.
Well, you're in Footscray, so.
That's very true. I should know that, shouldn't I? Now, if you didn't play the sport of hockey, would there be another sport that you would be playing?
Well, I'm actually quite a passionate figure skater, actually.
Ooh.
So, yeah, that's obviously had to take a step back while I've been playing in uni and whatnot. But yeah, I've always loved that and always been part of that. So yeah.
Favourite food?
Oh my god. Probably I love Wheat Bix. It's like an obsession. But probably a normal meal would be like burgers or something.
Oh, I don't mind those two.
Yeah.
I wish I had those two as my favourite food. Favourite destination?
Oh, well, I've been to New York. New York's amazing. Yeah, I really, really enjoyed that when I went there. So, yeah, that's top of the list.
What's the best thing about New York?
Just everything, like the shopping, the whole atmosphere. It's huge, and I just loved every second. Yeah, there's just so much going on.
Describe the sport of hockey for us, and what's so special about being part of it.
Well, I think hockey, just the whole hockey community is just so supportive of everyone. I mean, we've got some of our two, national teams are number 1 and 2, I think. So I think we're very, it's a very passionate sport, and everyone in the community is always kind of around, and it's just really great to be a part of. Yeah.
Gabby, thank you so much for joining us here on the Play Profile here of the Women's Premier League team here at Footscray. And best of luck for the rest of the season, and let's hope the Footscray Hockey Club can firstly make the finals, and then secondly win it all at the end of the season 2015.
Yeah, thank you so much.
No worries, it's Gabby there joining us, of course, and we've got more of the Women's Premier League team right after this. Yes, welcome everyone here to the Smash Sport Show right here on Smash FM, and of course, continue here at the Footscray Hockey Club Women's Premier League team, of course, doing play profiles, of course, which is the team we do sponsor here on Smash FM, and of course, we've got Monica here joining us here from the Women's Premier League team right now. Thanks so much for joining us.
Oh, that's okay.
Monica, tell us when did you start playing hockey, and why did you choose the sport?
I started playing 9 years ago, and I got through to I started playing the sport by my brother, which he doesn't play anymore, but I continue on.
And you play in a striker position, which seems like so far I've had all the strikers so far in this team. Tell us, if you had a preferred position, what would that be?
Striker, of course. Been playing striker since day one, so wouldn't change it for the world.
Is there been one best goal that you scored throughout your career that really stands out to you the most? Do you have one?
Really. No. There's always goals. As a striker, we have to score goals. So there wouldn't be one particular one that would be special than the other.
What would be some career highlights for yourself?
Not very much. I've only played club hockey When I was 16, I did represent the under 21s Victorian side, but that's only interstate. But other than that, that was it.
What's so special about being part of the Footscray Hockey Club?
I think it's very family orientated, so we're all very close and friendly, and everyone's just lovely here.
And my next question is, what's so special about and how special it is to be part of this Women's Premier League team?
It's very special, I think, because you get selected to be within the team based on skill and talent, so you know you're getting recognised for the game that you play out there, and you get to be a part of a great team.
And any future ambitions in the sport?
No, just continue playing as much as I can.
And what would be your advice to our listeners out there who want to get involved in the sport of hockey?
I think it keeps up good fitness and you make good friends, so everyone should all play hockey.
And of course, bit of a tricky question to ask you, but what does the sport of hockey mean to you?
It means that I can still stay fit and not sit on the couch and watch TV. So it keeps me up and going, training twice a week, playing once a week. So it's good commitment as well. So then you're dedicated to do something and you're motivated to do something.
And because what's so special about playing the sport of hockey? I think you mentioned a couple of times before, but what is special about being part of a team game of the sport of hockey?
I mean, you get to meet great people. So you make great friends throughout the year, and it's just the dedication. You get to see them every week, come to training, you're motivated to be there, and yeah.
And let's finish off with a couple of light-hearted questions. Any embarrassing moments on the hockey field?
Going one-on-one with the goalie and then slipping right in front of her. Yeah, that's just yeah.
Now we'll get to know you a little bit more. Do you have a favourite footy team?
Growing up in the western suburbs, I must say the Western Bulldogs, and plus I play for the Bulldogs, so.
Fair enough. And do you have favourite food?
I eat anything and everything. Don't have a particular favourite.
Favourite destination?
Hawaii. I really want to go there. I'm going there in January, so I'm very excited.
Of course, if you didn't play the sport of hockey, what sport would you be playing?
I think I would be a runner. I think I would be doing sprinting, so track and field. So I would be a 100 or 200 metre runner. Otherwise, another team-orientated sport.
And of course, yes, tell us, of course, playing in the striker role. What's I guess is striker role? I guess sort of. I'm guessing you enjoy it. What's the best thing about playing in the striker role other than getting goals?
I can continue running, because I love running. So running's a part of a striker role. We need to get to those balls.
But Monica, thank you so much for joining us here in the Play Profile. Of course, here for Footscray, and thank you so much. Best of luck, and let's hope Footscray make the finals and of course go all the way and win it all.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
No worries, and that's Monica joining us there. We'll be back right after this. Welcome everyone here at the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM, and of course here at the Footscray Hockey Club, and of course talking about the Women's Premier League team, and of course doing a player profile. And of course we've got Alan here joining us right now. Thanks so much for joining us.
That's right.
Tell us, when did you start playing hockey and why did you choose the sport?
I've been playing hockey for 12 years now, and I really wanted to do something active, and it was really a toss-up between hockey and cricket, and I like the idea of giving hockey a try. I hadn't done it before, and I just fell in love with it.
And of course, you play in the midfield position here at Footscray. If you had a preferred position, what would that be?
Apart from midfield, probably up forward, score a few goals.
And what's so special about being part of the Footscray Hockey Club?
I just love the unity of the team. I love all the girls here, and I think we really play well together. It's always a laugh at training, and that's what I love about it.
And what would be some career highlights so far?
Under 15 grand final, scoring the winning goal in extra time. I think that's a moment that's always stuck with me, and it's going to be something's going to be pretty big to top that one.
And of course, you've been involved in the Wildcats representing teams in the past as well. Tell us how special to be part of those ones and tell us a bit about it.
It was really amazing. It was great to play with some of the other clubs in the West. For the last few games that I was playing, we didn't lose a game. Lost a few grand finals, but we had some good winning streaks in there.
What's your future goals in the sport?
Just to keep playing as long as I can, keep striving to make the Premier League squad, and playing Premier League as well.
And what would be your advice to our listeners out there who want to get involved in the sport of hockey?
Definitely come and give it a try. Even if you don't know much about it, everybody's here happy to help you out. It's a lot of fun, and yeah, just come give it a go.
Bit of a tricky question to ask you, but what does the sport of hockey mean to you?
It gives me something to do. It provides me with a lot of structure on and off the field, and that's pretty much what it is. It's my second home here at Footscray Hockey Club, so I really appreciate that.
What's so special about being part of this Premier League team?
Again, about the unity. I love all the girls that play here, and we always have a laugh at training. It's funny to see some of them stack it on the field. Some of them do it quite regularly. But no, just definitely playing together, and yeah, hopefully we'll keep doing it for a while.
Let's finish off with a couple of light-hearted questions. Any embarrassing moments on the hockey field?
Too many to count. I could probably give you one a year, but recently I was running backwards and just stacked it straight on my ass. So I don't even know if I'm allowed to say that, but yeah, straight back.
That's right. And now let's get to know you a little bit more. Favourite footy team?
Western Bulldogs.
Favourite food?
At the moment, pineapple.
Favourite destination?
Could always go back to Thailand.
Why Thailand?
Sun. It's cheap, good beach, good fun.
If you didn't play the sport of hockey, what sport would you be playing?
Probably cricket. It was the other option, but hockey won out.
And finally, just describe, I guess, how special it is to play the sport of hockey.
I couldn't imagine not doing it. It definitely keeps me fit. Gives me a few bruises, but I love the team sport. I love the atmosphere, and yeah, it's good lighthearted fun.
Absolutely. Well, Ellen, thank you so much for joining us.
That's right.
Of course, best luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Let's hope Footscray can make the finals this year and go all the way to a premiership at the end of it.
Fingers crossed.
And that's Ellen there joining us right now, of course, here in the players' profile here at the Footscray Hockey Club. And we'll be back right after this. Welcome everyone here to the Smash Sports Show right here on Smash FM. And let's continue our Women's Premier League player profiles here at the moment. Of course, well, we've ended up having two joiners here at the club rooms at the moment. We've got Carly and Steph here joining us right now. Thanks so much for joining us.
Good to be here. Yep, nice to be here.
Both of you, when did you both of you play the sport of hockey, and why did you choose the sport?
I started, I think it was the age of 7 or 8. I think I was looking for a sport. I played netball at like the time, and then was looking for something else, and I saw it in the Commonwealth Games and was interested. And my dad ran into Bethany Russ's dad, who was a teammate of the team, and we ended up by starting and playing juniors together.
Yeah, well, actually my brother got into it from one of our teachers at school, and then I kind of just followed whatever he did. So I started down at Werribee, then moved up to here to Footscray for my under 11s when I was about 9, and then I started playing with Carly and B and Georgia Hopkins. Yeah, so.
Now, let's start for you, Carly. You play in the halfback midfield position here at Footscray. Do you have a preferred position?
I prefer playing mainly sweeper centre half. Mainly the two or down the fullback, so in the defensive line, anywhere I'll go. Defensive midfield, I'll play anywhere.
Steph, you also play in the midfielder and the defender, which I'm sure both positions are the same. But anyway, now, do you have a preferred position yourself?
Yeah, I probably play down the half line a bit more than midfield these days, but in juniors and in reserves I like to get a bit of a run up front, which is always nice.
Now, both of you have represented Victoria in the indoor, but obviously Carly's also representing the outdoor as well. Tell us about how special it is to be part of the indoor team first.
It was pretty fun playing indoor. Like, indoor's a quick, fast game, and being able to play indoor with Steph was a great opportunity. Playing together with one of your good friends, having a good fun, having her knee stick trap and her shoot and score. It was good fun and good competition, and indoors just great.
Yeah, it was a good time. Carly and I dream team scoring high score scorers for the comp. Took out Liv Colasurdo.
Oh.
Thank you very much. So yeah, it was good fun.
We loved it.
What's so special about being part of the Footscray Hockey Club for both of you?
I think it's the club culture. We've always been, a close club. We've always had good coaches, the good facilities. I guess because we've all grown up as a young age playing together, so we're kind of all like good friends, and we can all, stay, play well together, and we all know each other well.
Yeah, I think the best thing about playing at Footscray is probably the friendships that you have with all your players, and like as well as it's very competitive and stuff. It's like it's very social, and everyone has a good time. We have a lot of social things happening, like club functions and family fun days where everyone helps out and has a bit of a laugh face painting.
Now, of course, what's so special about being part of the Women's Premier League team, which obviously we sponsor?
I think it's the competition each week to go out and play some of the best players in the competition. To go from 1 week Hawthorn having 2 hockey roos and playing against the best of the best, and us being young kids and having to go up to that level and pushing ourselves each week is probably one of the best things that anyone could dream of. Like, to play against a hockey roo is not much of an opportunity you get everywhere else. So to get that chance, you can't, give it up. You just got to give it your best shot.
Yeah, exactly that. Just the competition is so high, and everyone wants to be there. Everyone works so hard, and just knowing that so many people would rather want to be in your spot, and you've worked really hard over the season, pre-season, doing lots of running and fitness to get where you are. It's really, just really appreciating where you're playing.
Bit of a tricky question for both of you, so I'm going to ask. What does the sport of hockey mean to both of you?
I think hockey, the best thing about it, what it means mostly is just enjoyment, having fun. You play sport, to be social and have fun competing. You want to get something out of it, but the most important thing is to enjoy what you're doing, I reckon.
Yeah, what Steph said, to enjoy and keep improving and get out there from school when you finish school and have something to enjoy and have a run around and, always push yourself to be better. And there's always that competition and that fun involved of playing the sport.
And what would be both your advice to our listeners out there and our viewers out there who want to get involved in the sport of hockey?
Come down to our Footscray Hockey Club. We've always offered to come out for juniors. There's plenty of spots available from any age group up from under 6 on a Wednesday night to a veterans game on whenever night they play. So the club will always offer anyone to come play.
Yeah, and we also have adults come and try our session, so it doesn't matter what age. We're always really welcoming. Everyone filters up from the bottom grades, and you never know, you could end up playing Premier League one day.
And let's finish off with a couple of light-hearted questions. Any embarrassing moments on the hockey field? Oh, here we go.
Oh, jeez. Pretty much Carly's whole game, the whole game.
Do you want to defend yourself, Carly? What is your embarrassing moment?
Steph's Harry high skirts on last Saturday. Tucking in her shirt last Saturday was quite a good thing to have a laugh at.
It's like those two are dominating each other here.
Coming from Carly, friggin' wore a high skirt for 4 years in juniors.
We've wasn't my fault. You told me to tuck it in, and you listened.
Oh god.
At least I don't do it anymore.
Now tell us, I guess, favourite food.
Oh, oh, chicken parmas, maybe, I reckon. Chicken
That'd probably
parmas.
be yours.
That's I reckon.
Probably Thai food, yeah.
Yeah, you like Thai food.
Yeah, I like Thai food.
Thai food.
Not
you're
spicy
good.
though.
Favourite destination.
Or I think it's Hawaii. I love going up to anywhere with beach and good weather to get a tan and good shopping.
Yes.
Probably the best place I've been so far is probably the Whitsundays. It was so nice. The beaches probably some of the best in the world, just around the corner in Australia. You know, you don't really have to go that far to get some of the best weather, the best beaches, and they're really nice people too.
I have to ask, do you have a favourite footy team?
Oh, the Western Bulldogs.
Yeah, I don't really follow football that much.
She's a Western Bulldog supporter.
I've been dragged along a few times.
Do you have a favourite sporting team?
Probably just hockey.
Fair enough. Now, if both of you didn't play the sport of hockey, what sport would you be playing?
Ooh,
Soccer.
Soccer or netball. I don't know. I'd probably maybe even track cycle.
Probably play soccer or tennis or something like that. I used to play that as a kid.
And finally, describe was playing the sport of hockey in a couple words.
Exciting.
Good fun.
Yeah. Always something unexpected.
It's always.
Always.
Both of you, thank you so much for joining us. Because best of luck for the rest of the season, and I'm sure Footscray, hopefully, well, you're currently looking pretty good in the middle part of the line. Let's hope you make the finals and win it all at the end of the season.
Hope so. Thank you.
No worries, we'll be back right after this for more.